What's up, guys? Robert F. Kennedy Jr., RFK, just schooled Piers Morgan on the Israel-Hamas war, the denazification of Gaza, and World War II, and how everything that Israel is doing is both necessary and commendable. Really worth a watch. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and check it out. Piers Morgan versus RFK.
How do you disarm the rest of Hamas? We're not sure how many are left, but certainly thousands of them, when they're embedded now in refugee camps amongst hundreds of thousands of civilians, millions of them. And so every time you launch an offensive against them, as we saw with the apparent targeted attack on 2 Hamas terrorists in the Rafah camp, and as you saw with the rescue of these hostages, one of them led to 50 civilians being killed. The other ones led to, depending which numbers you believe, anything between 100 and 274 people being killed. So at what point does this desperation to eliminate the last members of Hamas get overtaken by the sheer volume of civilians being killed in the process, which I cannot believe will do anything longer term than foment the ideology that drove Hamas in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, you're asking a lot of questions, and I'd like you to give me time to answer them.
Sure.
And you could ask the same. You brought up Nazi Germany as a kind of an analogy for what's happening in the Mideast, and in 1945 or 44 at Casablanca, Churchill and Roosevelt had an argument because Roosevelt said we have to denazify Germany. And if we don't denazify Germany, it is going to, the Nazis are going to rise up and do the same thing again. Churchill did not want an unconditional surrender for the Nazis. He said, we'll have to kill too many civilians to do that, and everybody will fight for the death. But Roosevelt won that argument. We killed about 2 million Germans during World War II in order to get into Berlin and denazify it. Today, Germany is the richest country in Europe. It's one of the most powerful economies in the world. I think it's the 4th most powerful. And nobody's scared of Germany because it's a peaceful country. And today, Hamas, which is authoritarian control of, hasn't won an election in 16 years, of Gaza, is a corporate kleptocracy, and it's absolutely intent on one issue only: to just annihilate Israel and to kill all the Jews. And in their charter, Hamas has a provision that says it is against Islamic law to even negotiate with Israel except as a ruse. So I don't see how people who are saying, well, you should have a ceasefire, then what? And what you've rewarded Hamas for taking hostages, and they're going to keep taking hostages to get more and more advantage. And this is, by the way, the 5th ceasefire. On October 7th, they broke a ceasefire.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So are you going to go back to that status quo?
Well, I don't think there's any future. I don't think you can have any future. I don't think you can have any future there with Hamas retaining any form of power whatsoever. Nor do I think Netanyahu.
I agree.
Nor do I think Netanyahu is a person that's going to bring peace to that region at all.
No, neither do I. You and I are agreed on that.
Well, there we go. You see? That's diplomacy at work.
Hope you enjoyed that video. For more, go to buymeacoffee.com/Jewish Uncensored. Hope you enjoyed that video. For more, Hope you enjoyed that video. For more, subscribe to this channel. If you want to know more about Jewish Uncensored, go to jewishuncensored.com. And if you want to help us continue making these videos, go to buymeacoffee.com/Jewish Uncensored.